Hey everyone, what if I told you that with every passing night, your muscle mass is literally shrinking unless you take action? It's true. Research shows that older adults can lose up to 8% of their muscle mass every single decade. And guess what? A huge chunk of this loss happens while you're asleep. A study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that people over 60 are seeing significant muscle decline, and a lot of it is overnight. But here's the most chilling part. By the time you finish watching this video, you could have lost another 0.2% of your muscle mass, unless you take immediate action. In this video, we're diving into the 8 most powerful foods you can consume before bed to fight back, ranked from least to most important, including a game-changing discovery. Imagine this. Senior citizens who ate just one specific food before bed saw a 22% increase in overnight muscle protein synthesis, even without exercising. And here's another shocking fact. 99% of older adults don't know that one particular food can help restore lost muscle by as much as 69%. We'll reveal that too, based on some truly eye-opening recent studies. If you want to get stronger, you are absolutely not too old. But before we jump in, how old are you? Drop your age in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. First things first, let's kick off with the food that comes in at number 8 on our list. It's simple, but so often overlooked. Despite being essential for protecting your muscles, it's the humble cottage cheese 8. Cottage cheese, your muscles' overnight guardian. Cottage cheese might not sound particularly thrilling, but it's a game changer for seniors trying to maintain muscle mass. Its secret: the significant amount of casein protein it contains. Unlike whey, which causes a rapid spike in your bloodstream and then quickly fades, casein releases amino acids gradually over 6 to 8 hours. This makes it absolutely perfect for bedtime, when your body goes for hours without eating. Cottage cheese acts like a slow-release patch, constantly feeding your muscles the building blocks they need to survive and rebuild while you sleep, precisely when natural muscle breakdown tends to increase. In a study published in the British Journal of Nutrition, older adults were given 30 grams of casein before bed, and their muscle recovery was assessed overnight. The findings were incredible. Those who didn't eat experienced muscle loss, but the group that consumed cottage cheese not only maintained their muscle mass, but actually saw a 31% increase in overnight muscle protein synthesis. The significance of this cannot be overstated, especially for seniors who engage in resistance exercise and want to preserve their strength and mobility. Cottage cheese is most effective 30 to 60 minutes before going to bed. As we get started, please tell me where you're watching from today. Leave a comment below, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you're never left out of Senior Health's most helpful health advice. And if you're watching right now, I want to know if you're with me. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0, choose basic, low-fat cottage cheese to cut down on unnecessary calories and ingredients. You can add a few slices of banana or a sprinkling of cinnamon if you feel the flavor is lacking. The natural sugars in fruit won't interfere with your sleep, and the added potassium helps relax your muscles. Start with half a cup and see how your body reacts. Some people even experience feelings of warmth and relaxation, thanks to the slow-release tryptophan, which also helps with sleep. Cottage cheese may appear to be an outdated food option, but it's actually one of the most effective tools older adults can employ to preserve their muscle mass while they sleep. Low cost, easy to digest, and naturally designed to keep muscles fueled even when your body is at rest. If you've been waking up feeling weak, sore, or slower than normal, this could be your answer. 7. Hard-boiled eggs, your daily muscle defenders. Next up at number 7, hard-boiled eggs. These are one of the most versatile and nutrient-dense muscle protectors you can consume, especially before bed. They're not just a source of high-quality protein. They provide vital amino acids in the precise proportions your body requires to maintain lean mass. This is particularly essential for seniors, as the body's ability to metabolize protein becomes less effective after age 60. Even if you eat the right nutrients, your muscles won't respond if the quality of those foods isn't high enough. Eggs are the solution to that dilemma. Every single one contains around 6 grams of complete protein in addition to leucine, a powerful amino acid that directly stimulates muscle growth. A 2021 study on nutrition found that older adults who ate whole eggs before bed had a 19% higher rate of muscle preservation over a 12-week period compared to those who didn't. Furthermore, researchers observed that eggs increase levels of IGF-1, a hormone responsible for tissue repair that tends to decrease significantly with age. All of this can be accomplished with a straightforward food that can be prepared in minutes, resulting in improved nighttime recovery, decreased soreness, and a slower rate of age-related muscle loss. Timing and portion control are key here. Most older adults can get by with just 1 or 2 hard-boiled eggs about half an hour before bed. They're simple to digest, even if you don't have a strong appetite late at night. Their minimal sugar and starch content won't disrupt your blood sugar levels or your sleep. If you want to increase the benefits even further, sprinkle some black pepper or turmeric on top. The pepper helps your body absorb the turmeric more effectively, which in turn lowers inflammation that occurs during the night. To satisfy your desire for additional calories and ensure you remain full throughout the night, you may even combine the eggs with a small piece of avocado. For elderly people who have trouble maintaining their appetite or don't enjoy eating large meals before going to bed, hard-boiled eggs are one of the most effective methods to sneak in protein that is both clean and efficient. They're not only convenient, but they're also packed with muscle-saving nourishment. What you consume throughout the day is not the only factor that determines how strong you are. The nourishment that you provide for your body before it goes to sleep is exactly what your muscles require, and eggs provide it. 6. Tuna in olive oil. The omega-3 muscle powerhouse, coming in at number 6. Tuna in olive oil. While it might not appear to be a traditional nighttime dish, this protein-rich fish packs a tremendous punch when it comes to keeping muscle mass in older adults. The combination of high amounts of lean protein and essential omega-3 fatty acids in tuna makes it such a valuable food, particularly before bed. Not only do these nutrients assist in the development and maintenance of muscle, but they also lessen inflammation and speed up the process of tissue healing. When packed in olive oil, the advantages are even more profound. The healthy fats cause a slight slowdown in digestion, resulting in a continuous release of amino acids throughout the night. Additionally, they maintain your body in an anabolic state, which is a state that promotes muscle growth. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2020, older adults who consumed a high-protein, omega-3-rich food like tuna before sleeping had a 34% larger boost in nighttime muscle protein synthesis compared to those who did not include good fats in their evening meal. Olive oil was particularly significant due to the fact that it facilitated the enhancement of the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients such as vitamin D and was responsible for the enhancement of anti-inflammatory indicators in the blood. Therefore, you will have less muscular soreness in the morning, improved muscle retention, and a quicker return to strength after you have slept. When preparing tuna for this reason, it is recommended that you use tuna in olive oil rather than tuna in water. In addition to facilitating nighttime recovery, the oil acts as a digestive aid. If you are looking for something that will assist you in feeling full, you can take around half of a can and consume it with a few slices of cucumber or crackers made with nutritious grains. If you want to add some flavor to it, you can also combine it with a little bit of sea salt or a tiny squeeze of lemon. Before going to bed, you should steer clear of mayonnaise and other heavy sauces because they might create bloating and disrupt your sleep. Leucine is an amino acid that functions as a trigger switch for muscle building, and tuna is one of the natural sources that contains the highest concentration of leucine on the planet. In addition, leucine becomes particularly significant in older adults since the body needs a greater quantity of it in order to elicit the same response that is noticed in younger individuals. It is possible to combat sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle that affects millions of elderly people in a covert manner, by ensuring that you get enough of it during the night. Simply because of this food is one of the most intelligent and straightforward options available to you. If you are serious about waking up stronger rather than weaker, you should make tuna and olive oil a regular part of your evening routine. It helps the body recuperate, reduces inflammation, and provides clean protein without putting the digestive system under the burden that heavier meals do. This is not only powerful, but also useful, and it is effective. 5. Greek yogurt, the comprehensive muscle guardian. At number 5, Greek yogurt. While it may appear to be a simple snack, it is actually one of the most comprehensive and beneficial foods that senior citizens can consume if you want to safeguard your muscles before going to bed. It is distinguished from other products by the presence of calcium, natural probiotics, and slow-digesting protein in its composition. Greek yogurt, in contrast to regular yogurt, is strained to remove excess moisture, which results in it being packed with casein protein. Casein protein is the same type of protein that digests slowly and fuels muscle repair throughout the night that regular yogurt does. In addition, it provides your body with a continuous supply of amino acids for up to 7 hours after you have eaten, which is just what your aging muscles require while you are sleeping. During the course of a clinical investigation that was published in Frontiers in Nutrition, researchers provided older persons with a snack consisting of Greek yogurt that was high in protein before they went to bed. The researchers discovered that the individuals had a 26% higher rate of muscle protein synthesis throughout the course of the night in comparison to those who did not consume any food at all. Furthermore, what is even more intriguing is that they demonstrated enhanced mitochondrial activity in muscle tissue. This indicates that the cells not only recovered more effectively, but they also created more energy the next day. Those elderly people who deal with morning fatigue or muscle weakness after sleeping will find this to be a significant victory. Eat around half a cup of plain and unsweetened Greek yogurt 30 to 45 minutes before going to bed in order to gain the greatest benefit. Steer clear of the flavored types, as they frequently contain a significant amount of added sugar which might impede the recovery process. You can add some ground cinnamon, a few sliced strawberries, or a dash of vanilla essence to the mixture if you feel like it needs a little more flavor. For those who want to take the effect to the next level, incorporate 1 teaspoon of chia seeds into the mixture. These contribute additional fiber and omega-3 fatty acids, both of which make digestion easier and further reduce inflammation. In addition, Greek yogurt is abundant in calcium, which not only helps maintain bone health, but also plays an important part in the contraction of muscles and the transmission of nerve impulses. It is more important than most people realize that maintaining a mineral balance is important for elderly people who are experiencing stiffness, weakness, or muscle cramping that is related to sleep. Additionally, the probiotics found in Greek yogurt are beneficial to gastrointestinal health, which has been increasingly linked to improved muscle metabolism in people of advanced age. Therefore, you are not only providing nourishment to your muscles, but you are also constructing a more robust internal system to support them. Greek yogurt might be the quietly effective treatment that your muscles have been looking for. If you are experiencing a decline in strength and waking up with the sensation that your body is shutting down, it is simple, quick, and filled with everything your body ought to have in order to heal, rebuild, and maintain its strength while you are sleeping. For warm milk infused with turmeric. The golden restorative elixir. At number 4, warm milk infused with turmeric. Having a glass of warm milk before going to bed is not merely a custom. This supplement, particularly when taken with turmeric, has the potential to be a muscle-saving powerhouse for senior citizens. The milk contains high-quality whey protein, calcium, and tryptophan, all of which contribute to a more restful night's sleep and speed up the recuperation of muscles during the night. Additionally, turmeric contains curcumin, which is a potent natural anti-inflammatory substance that helps to minimize the breakdown of muscle tissue and promotes healthy joint function. When combined, they make up one of the most powerful beverages that may be consumed before going to bed in order to maintain strength and combat inflammation while you are sleeping. According to the findings of a study that was published in the journal Nutritional Neuroscience in 2022, older persons who had this tiny protein-rich drink before going to bed experienced a 30% improvement in overnight muscle protein synthesis in comparison to those who observed a fast. The addition of curcumin to the treatment resulted in participants experiencing less morning aches and reduced stiffness, both of which are indications that the muscle and joint tissue were better preserved overnight. This is quite important for elderly people who just wake up feeling weak or achy from sleeping. This beverage can be prepared in a straightforward manner, which is the finest method. To improve digestion, it is recommended to heat 1 cup of milk, ideally organic or A2 milk, until it is warm but not exactly boiling. To improve the body's ability to absorb the turmeric, mix in 1/4 teaspoon of ground turmeric and a pinch of black pepper. Honey can also be added if you feel the need for sweetness. However, It is recommended that you restrict the amount of honey to a minimum in order to avoid unneeded spikes in sugar levels. A quarter of an hour before going to bed, take it softly. As the milk begins to transfer amino acids to your muscles, the warm liquid helps to relax your nervous system, and your muscles will use these amino acids to repair themselves during the night. You can use plant-based milks such as almond or oat milk if you are lactose intolerant. However, you should make sure that these milks are fortified with calcium and have additional protein added to them. If you want the muscle protective properties of dairy products to be as near as possible, look for versions that contain pea or soy protein. On the other hand, genuine dairy products provide the most conclusive scientific evidence for the preservation of muscle mass in older persons, particularly overnight. In addition to providing your body with nutrition, this beverage also helps your brain and hormones get ready for a restful and rejuvenating night's sleep. The combination of these two factors is what makes it so successful. As a result of the fact that muscle does not grow during workouts, it grows when you rest, recuperate, and provide your body with the raw materials it requires. In addition, this golden beverage could be a nightly ritual that makes all the difference for senior citizens who are attempting to maintain their strength without the use of pills or strict diets. 3. Almond butter. The satisfying sleep and muscle ally. Third in all, almond butter. Although it may appear to be nothing more than a delectable spread, almond butter is actually a nutrient-dense food that digests slowly and helps to preserve muscle while also enhancing the quality of sleep. This combination is quite uncommon and potent for senior citizens. Almond butter is distinguished from other types of butter by the fact that it contains a combination of beneficial fats, plant-based protein, magnesium, and vitamin E, all of which promote muscle recovery and repair throughout the evening hours. While you are sleeping, your body requires consistent energy in order to continue the process of rebuilding. Almond butter offers this benefit without creating a surge in blood sugar or a drop in insulin levels, both of which could interrupt your sleep. Researchers discovered in a study that was published in 2020 in the journal Nutrients that older persons who had a modest piece of fat derived from almonds before going to bed experienced a 17% improvement in nighttime nitrogen retention, which is an important indicator of muscle maintenance. A decrease in levels of cortisol, the stress hormone that is responsible for the breakdown of muscle during the night, was observed in the same study. Furthermore, this indicates that almond butter not only nourishes your muscles, but also prevents them from being pulled down while you are sleeping. 1 tablespoon approximately 30 minutes before going to bed is all that is required to reap the advantages. Eat it plain if you are attempting to restrict the amount of carbohydrates you consume, or spread it on a slice of whole grain toast if you want more fiber. In addition, the magnesium included in almonds helps to relax muscles and promotes deeper sleep by reducing the activity of nerve signals. An elderly citizen who struggles with restless legs, twitching, or light sleeping habits will find this to be a significant benefit. Simply make sure to select a natural almond butter that does not contain any added sugar or hydrogenated oils. The sort that is heavily processed and more like candy is not what you want. You want the kind that is pure and dense and adheres to the spoon well. Those who are elderly and have a tendency to wake up hungry in the middle of the night can benefit tremendously from consuming almond butter. Because of the high fat and protein content, it maintains a steady level of blood sugar for several hours, providing your muscles with consistent nourishment from the time you go to bed until you wake up. This is not a spectacular solution, but it is effective. In addition, for those who are attempting to maintain their strength after the age of 60, this luscious and satiating diet might be doing more for your muscles than 50% of the supplements that are currently available. 2. Tart cherry juice. The overnight recovery elixir. 2nd, sour cherry juice is the choice. Tart cherry juice is more than simply a popular health drink. Even though it only takes 1 glass, it is one of the most effective strategies for elderly citizens to minimize muscle soreness, increase the quality of their sleep, and enhance the regeneration of their muscles while they are sleeping. What sets tart cherries apart from other types of cherry is the high quantity of natural substances known as anthocyanins that they contain. Oxidative stress and inflammation in muscle tissue are both reduced by these potent antioxidants, which are found in muscle tissue. When you reach the age of 60, your body has a more difficult time removing the cellular damage that accumulates throughout the day. This is a significant adjustment for people who are in their later years. What's more, if it continues, your muscles will never entirely recover. In a study that was conducted in 2019 and published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition, researchers discovered that persons over the age of 50 who consumed tart cherry juice prior to going to bed reported up to 33% reduced muscle pain and a 15% increase in the efficiency of their sleep when compared to a group that received a placebo. Not only did the researchers attribute the results to the anti-inflammatory benefits, but they also attributed them to melatonin, which is a hormone that is found in tart cherry and is responsible for sleep. More restorative cycles during which growth hormone is released and muscle regeneration occurs at its peak are the result of better sleep, which means more time spent in these cycles. Drinking approximately 4 to 6 ounces of unsweetened tart cherry juice 30 to 45 minutes before going to bed will provide you with the maximum benefit. It is imperative that the product be labeled as 100% tart cherry and not sweet cherry or blends that have added sugar. You do not want your blood sugar to increase right before you go to bed. In order to improve the flavor of the juice, you may either dilute it with a small amount of water or add a very small amount of lemon juice. Take care not to overdo it. It only takes a small amount for your body to begin the procedures that are necessary for its recuperation. Another benefit of this juice is that it helps maintain healthy joints and alleviates the symptoms of arthritis. This is especially helpful if you are experiencing muscle loss around painful joints. In addition, because it helps to relax the nervous system and reduces the amounts of cortisol that are produced during the night, it protects against the chemicals that promote muscle loss, which can increase when stress or lack of sleep is present. For elderly people who wake up feeling exhausted, sore, or drained even after spending the entire night in bed, this might be the missing component. Naturally occurring foods that help you go asleep more quickly, stay asleep for longer periods of time, and restore your muscles, all at the same time, are extremely uncommon. However, tart cherry juice accomplishes just that, and including it into your routine before bedtime is one of the easiest methods to boost long-term strength and independence. You can begin by consuming only a few ounces of it tonight. 1. Whey protein shake, the ultimate overnight muscle builder, and the number 1, the absolute champion when it comes to preventing muscle loss after the age of 60, a high-quality whey protein shake before going to bed. Whey protein is the single most significant factor that initiates the production of muscle protein because it is abundant in leucine, one of the necessary amino acids. As you get older, your body develops a resistance to the lesser amounts of protein that you consume. The term for this would be anabolic resistance. If you want to keep the muscle you already have and rebuild the muscle that you've lost, this indicates that you need more of the appropriate form of protein. Whey protein is able to circumvent this issue. Rapid absorption, rapid stimulation of muscle growth, and continued support for recovery throughout the first few hours of sleep are simply some of the benefits of this supplement. The effects of a 40-gram whey protein shake consumed shortly before bedtime in persons over the age of 65 were investigated in a clinical experiment that was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2021. The outcomes were absolutely astounding. A 22% increase in muscle protein synthesis was observed overnight among the participants, along with enhanced strength increases and improved functional performance in walking and balancing. Additionally, they exhibited decreased signs of muscle degradation that occurred overnight. That means that you will have more strength in the morning, less soreness, and stronger muscles over time simply by drinking this simple shake. To achieve the greatest possible effects, take 1 scoop of high-quality whey protein isolate and combine it with either water or unsweetened almond milk approximately 30 to 60 minutes before going to bed. Steer clear of bulk gainers and sugary protein blends, as they might cause an increase in blood sugar and disrupt your ability to have a good night's sleep. To achieve a more substantial shake, you may combine it with half a banana or a small spoon of almond butter. This will provide you with lasting energy. The trick is to make sure that it is not only light and easy to digest, but also abundant in clean protein. Whey isolate is the better option if you are lactose intolerant, whereas hydrolyzed whey is the better choice if digestion is an issue. The production of growth hormone and insulin-like growth factor 1 IGF-1 during sleep is also supported by whey protein. These hormones are essential for the process of rebuilding muscle, strengthening connective tissue, and boosting recovery. This is of utmost significance for elderly people who are living with issues such as frailty, falling, or sluggish healing after engaging in physical activity. In addition, in contrast to many other meals, a protein shake is simple to make even if you are not hungry at the time. The mixing process takes only a few seconds. It is gentle on the stomach, and it provides your muscles with exactly what they require. It is possible that consuming this one snack at the appropriate time could be the difference between waking up stronger or losing more muscle in the course of each night. Nightly consumption of a whey protein shake is an absolute necessity for elderly citizens who are serious about maintaining their independence, vitality, and strength long into their 70s and beyond. Yes, it is necessary. After the age of 60, your muscles will not only become less noticeable during the day, but they will also disappear when you are sleeping. The proper food consumed at the appropriate moment has the potential to transform that. The 8 foods listed here are not fads. Rather, they are tools that are supported by scientific research and trusted by actual results. Additionally, the more consistent you are, the more resilient you will remain. In the comments section, please let us know what kind of food you plan to sample before going to bed tonight.